Hey guys, Brad from RotoHeat.com back at it with another 2020 player outlook. This time we're talking Hollywood Brown, wide receiver, Baltimore Ravens. If you've been enjoying all this free content from the RotoHeat.com team, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification icon, and YouTube will alert you of any time we go live and all the content we pump out. We've got lots of player outlooks going on currently, as well as plenty more content to come along with our weekly streams.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
Marquise Brown is in a really interesting situation because he's in a run first offense that looks to be trying to let Lamar start to throw the ball more. We saw the offense as a whole take a very big step forward in 2019. Obviously made it into the playoffs and really were a dominant run team where they sprinkled in some passes. And when you look at the 32 teams, they're kind of their leading receiver target wise. Marquise Brown was at the bottom with 71 targets last year. You can see there's a connection between him and Lamar. Now, injuries could be an issue. The run-first offense side of things could be an issue. But, when all of us as a team we're talking about kind of how we feel about Hollywood Brown, especially in 2020, he looks like he could be a best ball type option. If you do DraftKings or any of those, he's probably one of those guys that you would like in that type of situation. From a dynasty aspect, if you can get him for a lower price, something like a late first, I would definitely be cool with that, but I'm not looking to spend a ton on him because he's a guy that we're not sure you're ever going to be able to trust as a weekly starter. You got to remember, like I mentioned a minute ago, run first is not a very appealing option to your pass catchers. Now, obviously, the one thing going for him is that he is probably Lamar's favorite target, and obviously they've got guys like Miles Boykin and some of those other types of receivers that. And Mark Andrews, obviously, who he loves as well. But, when it comes to a redraft or a dynasty perspective, he's probably not going to be anything more than a bye-week fill-in. And that's a concern. You don't want to spend premium prices for guys that you're not going to be able to trust on a regular basis. So a top 5 to 10 first is probably not something that you're really going to want to pay for a guy who has a lot of injury potential and a lot of ineffectiveness potential because of the way that offense runs. Now, we could be wrong. If Lamar comes out of the gate throwing a ton and continues to see that growth where it's not just run first, it's kind of more of a balanced offense where you're seeing a lot more passes, maybe that conversation changes. But based on the what we're hearing from the coaches, what we're hearing from from the team as a whole, it doesn't look like that's the direction it's going to go. And if that's not the direction it's going, I'm not taking him as my wide receiver 1, 2. He's probably at best a mid to low end wide receiver 3 in a redraft format and a dynasty format. Obviously best ball is where we like him at the most. So. Let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments below if you think Hollywood Brown's more than that. Tell us why you think that. Prove us wrong. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at RotoHeat Fantasy, our Facebook community, our Discord chat. Keep the conversation about Hollywood Brown going.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.